Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about new chapter, chapter 9, rational numbers. Maths without numbers we cannot think. As you know that class 7 mathematics started with the chapter integers only. At the beginning itself you are studied about the different types of numbers. The first one is counting numbers, that is natural numbers, and the group is denoted by the letter n, right, which is commonly called as a counting numbers, right. Next we learned about whole numbers. In 6th class itself you have learned about whole numbers only, which is the letter denoted by the representation for whole number. It is W. What is the difference between the natural and whole number means we have added 0 to the group, that is the natural numbers, then we are getting the new group which is named as whole numbers. So the next we have studied about negative of the natural numbers, that is included in new group which is called as integers. Integers consist of positive numbers, then 0, then negative numbers. All three types are there. Positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0 includes in integers. Integers denoted by the letter Z, right. Now then later in chapter 2 you learned about fractions. So fractions is that number which can be expressed in the numerator by denominator form. Numerator by denominator form. Or we can say it is equal to P by Q, where P can be 0 and natural numbers, and Q is only natural numbers. And Q not equal to 0. In fractions what we learned, numerator by denominator form we can express, that is P by Q. If we take P can take the value 0 and all the natural numbers, Q can take only the natural numbers and never equal to 0 only. Now that means we have extended our number system from natural numbers to whole numbers to integers. Then our idea is expanded towards fractions also, right. Now I'll give some examples. If you are representing on the right to the 0, we will represent positive value, represent positive numbers, right. Left of the 0 on the number line we will take it as a negative numbers, right. Now if we say that the profit, how we can represent profit? If a profit we made is only rupees 100, we will give that a profit is made by the sign plus 100, right. And if we are going for loss, it will be represented by minus 100, right. We got a profit of 100 means we will make the sign with a plus and shows that plus sign is increase. So plus 100 and loss means minus 100. Now I can tell you that if we are going for 500 meter distance we have traveled. If we traveled only 500 meter means how we can convert it into kilometer? It is 500 by 1000, right. Then it is equal to 1 by 2 kilometer. Okay, now this 1 by 2 kilometer, if I go for above the sea level, how will represent a plus? Above the sea level we will represent by positive plus half kilometer. If I am taking above the sea level means it is plus half kilometer, and below the sea level how will represent? It is equal to minus half. Now minus half kilometer, if I consider, it is not a fraction number because it is a negative numbers only. Negative number is not coming in the fraction category, right. But it is not an also integer now. It is not an integer, it is not a natural number, it is not a whole number group also. Check that minus 1 by 2 if we are taking, it is not in the group of natural number, right. It is not in the group of whole number. Next comes integer. This minus 1 by 2 is not coming in integer also. If we take a fraction also, this minus 1 by 2 is not coming. This is not coming in the group, any one of the group. So we need further one more group, that is called rational number. Which group we are going to study? Rational numbers. So there are situations we need rational numbers also. So minus 3 by 4, minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 7, minus 9 by 7. These numbers also exist in the number line only. So these type of the numbers are called rational numbers. Now we have to take 3 by 4, 1 by 2, 5 by 7, 9 by 7. These also in the form only numerator by denominator only, but all the terms are positive, whether it is a numerator or the denominator in this second group, that is called positive only. These are called fractions, right? In addition to fractions, what is the change between the rational? The sign can be negative also sometimes. So these type of the numbers are called rational number. Now, what is the definition of the rational number says? Definition of the rational number says that a number which can be expressed, a number which can be expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. What is the definition of the rational number says that a number which can be expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Such numbers are called rational numbers. Such numbers are called rational numbers. So what is the definition says? A number which can be expressed in the form P by Q. The same format of fraction numbers, numerator by denominator. But this time what is the condition? Where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Now see the examples what we have taken here. Minus 3 by 4. Minus 3 is P and 4 is Q. Minus 3 is an integer. Similarly, 4 is also an integer. So P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Denominator is not equal to 0. Now if you consider minus 1 by 2, again minus 1 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. Minus 1 is an integer, 2 is also an integer only. Similarly, minus 5 by 7 and minus 9 by 7. All these examples are expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Similarly, 3 by 4, it is a fraction only and it is in the form P by Q. And if you consider in terms of rational number, the numerator and the denominator are integer. 3 and 4 are definitely integers. And what about the Q? What the denominator Q? That is not equal to 0. Similarly, 1 by 2. 1 is in the numerator, 2 is in the denominator. Both are not equal to 0 and both are integers only. So we can say that it is also rational number. So all fractions are rational numbers only because it can be expressed in the form P by Q, and where P and Q are integers, Q not equal to 0. So what is the difference between the fraction and the rational number? I'll just write a fraction here and a rational number here. What is the difference, and even say that similarity also. The fraction can be written in the form P by Q, and here also rational number can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are natural numbers we are writing. But here what is the difference? P and Q are integers. Here Q not equal to 0. Here also Q not equal to 0. But P can be 0 here. P can be 0. But here also P can be 0. So P can be 0 also, but q not equal to 0. When you are writing the condition pq are integers means 0 is coming in that group, so there is no need of specifying this one. Here pq are natural numbers, that is why we are writing p equal to 0. Where exceptional case only, not many time we are using 0 fraction there, but here we can say that it can be 0 by 1, something like that we can say. That is why we can tell that p equal to 0. So what is the difference between the fraction and rational numbers? Means this here we are using p and q are natural numbers, there we are using p and q are integers, and both the denominator cannot be equal to 0. So what we can say that all fraction numbers are rational numbers because it is in the form p by q only, right? And when we both are positive means numerator and denominator I'm talking, the both are positive numbers means we can say that they are also integers only. So all fractions are rational numbers. So what we learned, all fractions are rational numbers. Now one more types we can say that what about 0.5? That is a decimal number only. Decimal 0.5 can be written as 5 by 10, right? Again it can be written in the form 1 by 2 only. So it is ordinary decimals, we are using 2.3. Another example is 2.3. Again I can say that 23 by 10, it is in the form p by q. What is in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. So first you learned that all fractions are rational numbers, right? All fractions are rational numbers. Now decimals, ordinary decimals are rational numbers. Next, what about the natural numbers? Natural numbers, if you take example 1 2 3 only, 1 2 3, 1 can be written as 1 by 1, 2 can be written as 2 by 1, 3 can be written as 3 by 1. Even whole number if you take, what is the difference here? It is 0 by 1, that is also in the form p by q, and q not equal to 0. Integers, if we are taking integers, minus 2 can be written as minus 2 by 1, minus 5 can be written as minus 5 by 1, 6 by 1, and 0 by 1. All these can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. I repeat, the definition of the rational number means a number can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. So we should know the definitions correctly. I already written the statement. I repeat once again. A number can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. So when we are checking all these groups, we can see that it can be expressed in the form p by q and q not equal to 0. So all these type numbers are having called as a rational numbers. Positive and negative rational numbers. You have seen that a positive as well as negative sign is possible because they are integers only. Now I have to take the example 2 by 3. So what is the numerator and the denominator sign? Both are positive. Now if I give minus 2 by minus 3, both are negative. So again the answer is positive only, right? So both term, that is both numerator and the denominator is having same sign. If both are positive, then the answer is positive rational number. If both are negative, then also it became a positive number only. So we are getting a positive rational numbers. In these two examples you can see that according to the sign it is called a positive rational numbers. Now what about this number minus 3 by 7? Now you can see that denominator is positive only but the numerator is negative. Such numbers are called a negative rational number. If I have written 5 by minus 9, then also it is a negative rational number only. This time denominator is negative and the numerator is positive. Now what you can say that when both the numerator and the denominator is having same sign, either they may be positive or together they may be negative, then you will get the result as a positive rational number. When one of them is negative, either numerator or the denominator is negative, then such type of the numbers is result as a negative rational numbers. Once again, both the numerator and the denominator of the numbers are positive integers, we can say, or they have the same sign, we can say they are called as a positive rational number. When either one of them, either numerator or the denominator is negative, they are called as a negative rational number. So these are the example for positive rational numbers, right? Next, these are the examples for negative rational numbers. Okay, now just if I have taken as a 5, what is this, positive or negative? 5 equal to 5 by 1, and it is expressed in the form p by q. Both the numerator and the denominator is having sign plus only, so it is an example for positive rational number. It is an example for positive rational number. What about minus 9? Minus 9 can be written as minus 9 by 1. Now numerator is negative, so this is negative rational number, right? So what we can write means it is the examples of 8 by minus 7. Now 2 by minus 9, 3 by minus 5. These all are examples for negative rational number only, because the denominator is negative. Got? So these are the examples for negative rational numbers only. So now I think point is clear to you. When either a numerator or the denominator is negative, one of them is negative, it is an example for negative rational number. When both are positive, or we can say both are negative, then we can say that it is a positive rational number. One exceptional case is there. I think you can tell me directly what is that one. 0. 0 we cannot mention here. The number 0 is neither positive nor negative rational number. The number 0. The number 0 is neither positive nor a negative rational number. Okay, but we can say that number 0 is neither positive nor a negative rational number. This is the exceptional case. So types of rational number you learned here, positive and negative. What is which is the exceptional case? 0 is the exceptional case. If the number 0 is neither positive nor a negative rational number. Next heading, next topic, standard form. Let us see the example. 3 by 5, minus 5 by 8, 2 by 7 and minus 7 by 11. See that all the denominators are positive numbers only. What is the denominator here? 5. What is the denominator here? 8. Here 7, and the last one it is 11. All the denominators are positive numbers, or we can say positive integers. And if you check the common factor among 3 and 5, nothing is there, only 1 is the common factor. What is the common factor? It is equal to 1. And here 5 and 8, nothing can get cancelled, and it is in the simplified form already, and the denominator is positive also, common factor is 1 also. 2 by 7, again we cannot cancel anything, and minus 7 by 11, there is nothing common in numerator and the denominator. So the denominator of these rational numbers are positive integers, and 1 is the only common factor between the numerator and the denominator. So and the negative sign is only happening in the numerator. Understood? Then these numbers are said to be standard form. Then these numbers are said to be in standard form. Once again I'll repeat, all these numbers, the denominator are positive integers. All these numbers, the denominator are positive integers, and if we check what is the common factor in the numerator and the denominator, in each case you can see that the common factor is only 1. That means it is already in the simplified form. And moreover, you have to check that what is the sign in the denominator. Denominator sign is only positive. Understood? All these conditions are satisfied, then we can say that the rational numbers are in the standard form. So a rational number is said to be in the standard form. What is the definition says about the standard form? A rational number is said to be in its standard form if its denominator is a positive integer and the numerator and the denominator have no common factor other than 1. Numerator and the denominator have no common factor other than 1. What is the definition? It is having, denominator is having only positive integer and the numerator and the denominator have no common factor other than 1, right? This is the definition. Now let us see the examples. Now let us see the examples. 48 by 36, 12 is common in this one, and simplify 4 by 3, right? So we have reduced into its lowest form. This is only called standard form. Now 27 by 54, that is equal to 1 by 2, right? Now minus 8 by 24, it is minus 1 by 3. After writing minus 1 by 3, we must write 1 by minus 3. We should not write it. We should write minus 1 by 3 only. Now let us see the another example. So 6 by minus 12. So what is the denominator sign? Denominator sign is negative. First we will cancel, that is 1 by minus 2. But it is not in the standard form. When we are writing the standard form, you should take the denominator sign to numerator. If it is negative, then we should write like this. If you are expressing 1 by minus 2, that is not in the standard form, because you know that when I explained the definition, I told clearly that the denominator is a positive integer. So here it is a negative integer. So we should take back the sign to numerator. And again, it is a negative rational number only. Even if you put the negative sign in the numerator or in the denominator or the numerator, if we are having the negative sign, the rational number becomes negative only, right? Now we are having the denominator sign as a negative, that we should make it as a negative rational number, means the same sign we can keep. But the question is asked for standard form, then we cannot keep that negative sign in the denominator. We should put in the numerator only. One more example, 9 by minus 27. What is the answer? 1 by minus 3. But if the question is asked for standard form, then what we should do? We should keep this negative sign in the numerator and we should write as minus 1 by 3. I think you understood this one. It is nothing else, reducing into lowest form. If any common factor is there, that should cancel or simplify by that common factor and reduced into its lowest form. That is our called a standard form. So standard form means denominator is positive and the numerator and the denominator have no common factor other than 1. So what we have learned today, definition of a rational number. I repeat, a number which can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Then what we have learned that all integers are rational number because it can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Example, minus 2, one negative number I am taking, negative integer, minus 2 by 1, 0 by 1. If I am taking one positive number, 10 by 1. All the three you can see that it is expressed in the form p by q. Now positive and the negative rational numbers, that means both the numerator and the denominator is having same sign. Either it can be positive together or it can be negative together. So if it is positive, numerator is negative and the denominator is negative, finally the result is positive only. Negative means one of them, that is either numerator is negative or the denominator is negative, then the result is a negative rational number. Now standard form of a rational number, when the common factor HCF is other than 1, that means no common factor is there other than 1, then we can say that it is in their standard form. If the number is not given in the standard form, we have to reduce it to its lowest form. That is only called a standard form. So whenever you are writing the standard form, you must remember that if the denominator is given in the question negative sign, you should give the negative sign to the numerator. That is in a standard form, particularly if they are asking, then we can write that, then we can say that it is in the standard form only. So any common factor is there, that you must cancel. So these are the points. We just started rational numbers only. So the next class we can learn more about the rational numbers. Today's class I am winding up. Thank you.